It is the first game since transfer window shut, and we kinda did some business. It was loans. It was all loans. But we also sold some players too, so let's have a look at that and let's get into today's two games. This is Quite Average Gamer. My name is Duncan and welcome back to the Journeyman. So yep, welcome in everybody. Let's start with the outgoings. Luke Softly went out on a sale of £12,000 to Tranmere. He just simply wasn't good enough for us. So yeah, we moved him on quite quickly. Tranmere are in League 2. We then sold Thomas Kemshell, our young winger for 2.1 million plus if he goes on. If he gets sold on, I think we have a 40% of profit. So it is weighted quite heavily, I would say, in our favour. But he has come back to us on loan till the end of the season. Talking about loans, let's talk about our ins. Tommy Watson has come in on loan from Sunderland. We are paying £3.6 thousand a week of his wages. He is going to be playing as an inside forward for us. Decent finishing and dribbling, good off the ball and flair. Long shots, pass technique's not the greatest, but I'm hoping with his speed, anticipated composure and his dribbling and finishing, he might be able to get a few goals for us. He has made 3 appearances so far with 1 assist in all competitions. We then signed Thierry Rohart Brown on loan from Reading. We are not paying a single penny of his wages, and he was the type of loan signing I started looking at after this. He's come in for the season. We'll be playing him as a centre mid in attack. He will be the backup to Cole going forward. There's the lad Darren Robinson that we signed. He is the one who's replacing Q Burns. He came in on a free. In terms of other loans, we on deadline day made 3 moves. Obviously, Kemp Shell's come in. We're not paying any of his wages. He is staying with us till the end of the season. Does mean that come the end of the season, we are going to be down 2 right wingers. So that's a position we'll definitely need to focus on in the summer. We did, however, sign Leon Andrews on loan. We're paying £1.8 thousand a week of his wages. He's a squad player. And if you look at him, we've said we'll play him as a centre defender. On defend, he's solid. He has the stats in all the right places. Vanarama national player. Right now he is more or less 5th choice centre half, but he'll probably more or less play as a 3rd or 4th choice for either side. As I said, solid enough player. We're keeping him, bringing him until the end of the season. I think his contract runs out at the end of the season. It does, but Norwich have an option to extend, so we might sign him, we might not. And lastly, on deadline day, we brought in Charlie Isted. We are going to be playing him as a deep line playmaker, as that's what he promised to club. He's not the best, he's not the worst, he's just coming in. Again, like Andrews, he's probably 5th choice in that position. Vanarama national player, but he'll come in, he will be basically 3rd choice to either side, so it'll be Ledson and... Well, not really, actually, that's not true. Ledson, Allen and Robson are battling for the ball winning side, with Cole and Brown on the other. Instead will kind of feature either side that we feel works. Similar to Robinson, he is out of contract at the end of the season, but Swansea do have the option to extend if they so choose. In terms of how we've been playing, there's not a surprise for one of them, but there is maybe another. Let's go for the most recent game. MK Dons, we drew 0-0 and got beaten in penalties, which seems to be what we're doing just now. We did, however, still get a point for drawing, but MK Dons got 2 points because they got a point for drawing and a point for winning the penalty shootout. So we've still got to play Brighton under 21s and Dagenham and Redbridge. I am assuming, yeah, it's just 1 games. So we can still get out of the group. We'll just need to see how we do. But as you can see, as I've noticed, this is a very high-scoring league, so let's start with the 5-2 win over QPR. James Scott scored a hat-trick with Wayne Payne and Thomas Woodward both getting goals, while Callum Wright and Ryan Colley both scored against us. And then Lincoln in the last league game, double for Scott. James got his first goal for us. Thomas Woodward, I think, got his second, and an own goal by Nico Gordon. And that is where we are at. This is probably, though, looking like the starting 11 that we'll be going for. in general, going forward, I did forget to play George Long in the cup game, so I'm going to bring him in for today's game against Bolton. I think that's only fair. But our starting 11 hasn't really changed much. Watson coming in is probably the only change that you would have seen, but the rest of the team is going in. And this is where we are probably going to have most of our starting 11 if fit going forward at the season, with the exception of Mannion in instead of Long. Our bench will most likely now have Andrews instead of Fitzwater, because he can also play at the right back or centre back role. We've got Allen, Mohart, Brown, Kempshaw, Burns, Woodward and Skinderaj all on the bench. Going forward, right back is a position I think we're going to want to strengthen. My issue here is, you see, he's not the paciest, but he's a very solid player. And in terms of assists, he's got 4 and 7 this season. And I think all 4 came in the one game. Somebody that we do need to mention, though, is James Scott. As you can see, he's got 10 goals already in the league this season. 10 goals in all competitions. It is in the league. He's scored 10 goals in 5 league games, which means 5 league games into the season, he's already hit his goal bonus and got a lump sum of money. As you can see, he's well outperforming his XG. His XG is only 5 and he scored 10 and he has 1 assist in the league. Not really performed for us in the cups for whatever reason, but the league seems to be his bread and butter. As I said before, look, this seems like a very high scoring league and I wasn't overly expecting that, but we'll see how we got on. We're taking on Bolton today, and then after that we'll be taking on Stoke, both away from home, and we'll see how we get on. Wayne Payne and Guinness Walker will probably rotate a lot this season just due to fitness, and considering we are going to be playing about 46 league games, there is going to be periods of just fixture congestion, so there may just be a lot of rotation going on at this level, which I knew was going to be the case. It's the same in League 2 and it's the same in the Championship. We know this, so it's decent. It's why it's important to have a decent enough squad. Jake Diabate should be back soon, within a couple of weeks, and Robinson, who's yet to play for us, should be back training in 2 days, so he might make an appearance in the next game. Squad number to 2 players. Kempshire will take 17. I don't know what his number was beforehand. Andrews will take 28. Fitzwater's unhappy, but I don't care. Quite truthfully, I don't give a damn. Let's see if we recognise any of the names in that team. No. Well, I might recognise 1 or 2, but I can't say for certain. So yeah, so we've sold now quite a few of our kind of young prospects. Burns is away. Smalley left, it got him back on loan. Kempshall, sold away on loan. But what it says, we made good money. I think we spent about 1.4 million, but we brought in about 4 million in the summer. That's good. Come January, we'll be losing Fitzwater's wages, which will help us bring in another couple of good players, I'm hoping, and within that financial fair play period. So we'll need to see about that as well. But so I think January will have a bit of manoeuvrability, but we will have a big transfer budget. My only annoyance is I can't put it into wages as such, but with the big transfer, we might be able to get 1 or 2 quality-ish players. I'm hoping that's the plan anyway. What position it would be in, not sure at the moment, but the squad as a whole, I'm okay with. I'm trying to obviously freshen up with a bit of younger players, because we did seem to have a lot older players in key positions. So, you know, right back, full back was definitely one. Left back, but we'll let those guys go. Centre mid is still based on guys in their 30s, but I mean, it's fine. But I just like a little bit more youth and maybe a bit more pace, especially on a right back, which we have with Godswill, but we don't with first choice McCarthy. 30 minutes in the game and we've not had a shot, but neither have Bolton, so that shows how well both teams are playing. We've had 30% possession though, and that is a concern. Yeah. I'm not seeing a lot. Well, nothing. Here's a free kick from Cole though. Hits it right over the bar. 3 minutes added time in the first half. That's the first shot of the game, and that is embarrassingly bad. So let's get straight in the dressing room. Thrash Mars and say, I am far from fucking pleased, gentlemen. Can we do something going forward? That would be good. Right, okay. Thankfully, we didn't concede a goal straight away. But we are trying to see, we just don't seem to be playing well anywhere, which I can understand. Like, that's a very packed defence. It's going to be very difficult to break down. But a good little bit of play that it broke down with Cole. I have noticed that we do play very well with the ball. Oh my god, he's offside. He's offside. He's missed. But we do play really well with the ball at times. I feel every so often we just lack a bit of pace maybe, or a directness, but Woodward definitely brings that. So he'll come on as a winger. I'm going to bring on Burns as well. He'll come in as a playmaker at the moment. Cole I'll replace with Rohart Brown. These are not like for like as such, but it is positionally like for like. The only difference here now will be playing the ball winning midfielder as a support. So one, he'll try and win the ball further up the park, and two, he'll try and be a bit more attacking with the ball. Manchester's going to make all 5 changes. I'm going to bring Skenderaj as well to try and just change up for attack. Guys aren't playing well. We need to try and create something. Negro looks tired, which is a worry, and McCarthy isn't playing overtly well. But we've now got the ball out to Payne. Woodward, good touch inside, good tackle by Arrow. Can he play it back while he get the cross in? Cross it with his right foot, small with the header, straight at the goalkeeper though. A little bit better though. It's a little bit better. He's completely misread that though. Madley's through. Good interception by McCarthy. Gets in front of him, just hits it out for that throw. I'm going to have to demand more, I think. No, I'm going to berate them. I'm going to berate them. Because it's just not a good performance whatsoever. They're going to score here. Moran with the corner for them. Long comes out and collects though. Good catch. Don't like how long you've held onto that ball for though. You've let them get back fully. Hello, Mystery Hatch. I will get to you in a second. It's now Kitchen. Or Kitchen, whatever I call him. McCarthy. Really slow and poor ball to Smalley. Back to Negro. Smalley. Tries to play an infield pass, but Rohart Brown just waits for it. They've intercepted. Now they're breaking. And that is a fucking awful goal to lose. It's a good finish, but awful goal for us to lose. Poor, poor, poor. This doesn't remind me of the 2 cup games we played where we've just been so toothless and so bad at creating chances. Oh, God. I thought that was in again. If we lose a second goal, we are really going to be struggling. Can I just berate them a second time? I did. They've just stifled us completely, and that is a concern. We have a corner here. Can we get something back to at least pick up a point? Burns with the corner. Don't seem to win the header. Now they're breaking with West. Payne wins the ball though, that's good. Right, Allen. Forward to Burns. Plays it through Skenderaj. And it's in. Is it going to count? No. It certainly does. It's Skenderaj's 3rd goal of the season, and we may have just rescued a point with that goal. Good header by Rohart Brown. Allen plays that ball forward to Burns, who just holds on, plays a perfectly timed ball for Skenderaj. I thought the defender was going to get in front of him, but the left footer slots it past Beadle and goals. Bolton 1, Exeter 1. Can we get the winner? That is the question. Good interception by Kitching. Woodward, Skenderaj, Woodward. Can he whip a ball in? Does with his weaker left foot. Smalley with the header, heads it over the bar. I think I know why Smalley didn't score many goals for us, because a lot of times he's got in that position, especially if he's played in the right wing before I got here, is his heading is awful. He always heads over the bar. Always, like 9 times out of 10. Okay, it's Woodward now. I think this is going to be the end of the game here. It is. It's Bolton 1, Exeter 1. Scraped a point. Awful performance for us. Definitely need to do better in the next game. Let's have a look at the league table. We're still top of the league. I didn't even realise that beforehand. 13 points out of a possible 18. Goal difference of 13, which is great. Bolton are sitting away down to 16th, but it's a bit early in the season to really count any of this as meaning a whole lot. But we'll be back in exactly a week's time when we're away to Stoke City. And we're back for the second game. We sold Sonny Cox to Dynamo Moscow. He was a player that was in our reserves, like 5th choice striker for us. Was never good enough. Sold him for about £250,000. In terms of injuries, Andrews and James picked up small knocks. so they won't be on the squad today. Mannion comes back into the starting lineup. Burns will take James's place in the number 10 slot, with Robinson making his place on the bench for the first time. Let's hope we perform a lot better than we did against Stoke than we do against Bolton. I don't even think I spoke English there. Words came out of my mouth, they just weren't this type that made sense. Rodak, I know him. What a name, Wouter Burger. Love it. Pardon me. Ben Pearson, I can recognise him too. Anyway, let's hope we can get another result here. Thankfully, though, they are not playing as defensive, it looks like. So we might actually get some form of attacks in today. Payne getting to play a second game in a row, which is unusual for him, but we're not playing it that close apart, just a week. As we try and do something. Okay. Not the greatest start, but not the worst. That and Jordan, I am sure he was at Chelsea, was he not? Yes, he was. Right. We have a corner now. Can we do something from the corner? McCarthy will hit it in. Is it in-swinger? So his corners, in-swing corners, always seem to be near post. And we never have anyone near post, so I don't know why he does it. That's one for the set piece coach. That is a good ball in, and Smalley with the header. It's his first goal of the season. After criticising him in the last game for not getting his headers on target, he, well, does it today. I think that's Watson's first assist. Could be wrong though, but he fires that at the back post, and Smalley rises high and heads it in past Rodak to give us the lead away from home against Stoke. Walter Berger. Okay, they've hit the ball long now. But Negri wins that to Burns. Lets in, gets forward to Cole. Cole gives it to Watson. Plays it over the top to Burns. Good touch to Cole. Hits it off the defender. Just one too many passes, I think. I don't know why Burns didn't hit the ball. He would have had the best chance of shooting. Former Bala manager scored for Bristol Rovers and Kofi Shaw. Good to see, even though he was only at loan at us. In fact, after this game, we'll actually have a look at Ballatown and see how they're performing. Apologies, there's something in the way of the camera there. Cole's advancing now. Puts it in the back post. Smalley with a header where he heads it over the bar, like he always does. Every other time he heads the ball. We have a free kick. Plays it short, Cole. It's Smalley back to Cole. Watson's in load of space. Hits it first time, but hits it wide. Or was he offside? I'm not sure. Not that it really matters, because it didn't go in. Wayne Paisley having the best game. James Scott for the second game in a row is just not getting involved, which is a concern. Okay. We're doing okay. We're not playing the best, but we're doing okay. I'm going to speak individually to Wayne Payne and James Scott and say, I'm not happy with your performances today, and let's see if that can maybe spur them on just a little bit. I noticed that Wayne Payne has a big bald spot in like the crown of his hair. I wonder if he's going to shave that off at some point. He is young. Maybe accept your baldness at young age. It's probably a good thing. Don't copy it, but my hairline, I'm aware it's receding. Right. Why are we hitting long balls again? We might be played out from the back. Espinosa does whatever he was defending there, and Angerin should have scored that. That is lucky for us that we didn't just lose an equaliser. We have the corner now. Can we at least make it two? It gives a little bit of breathing space. Burns fires it in the middle of the box. They've won it though. Watson has it. Plays it to Smalley, hits it straight to the goalkeeper. It'll go for another corner. It'll be an in-swinger again. Being delivered in by Burns. Excuse me. He can get it past the first man at least. may have to make a little change at the back. Wayne Payne is having an awful game. They're just kind of passing it through us at the moment. Well, through our front line anyway. Good tackle by Watson. And he keeps it in. Short pass to Cole, now to Ledson. Plays it forward to Burns. Back to Negru, back to Ledson. Nice and calm. Forward again to Burns. Burns advancing. Gives it to Watson. Tries to have a shot from distance. Hits their defender. We've still got it with Burns out wide. Swings in across. Comfortably caught by Rodak, who just launches it forward and they break on us immediately. McCarthy now has it back to Mannion. Negru, Kitching. And it is end of highlight. Let's make a couple of changes. We'll bring on Skenderaj, who scored in the last game. Payne will swap position with Kitching. We'll bring on Fitzwater. Kitching will play as a no-nonsense fullback. And maybe just makes a little bit solid defensively. And hopefully Edmund Skenderaj will get us another goal today. I apologise for any sniffles. I still have the cold, which is annoying. Fitzwater now. Man who is leaving us in January. Ledson. To Cole. Skenderaj. Burns tries to get it to Watson. Not the best ball. But he's intercepted that. Burns, he's been tackled by Hill straight away. I do notice it is quite scrappy at times. The games we've had. Andre Santos should have buried that, but he didn't. And again, it looks like we got a little bit fortunate. Smalley is starting to look tired, so we're going to bring on Kempshall. He will play as an advanced playmaker out wide. It means that Burns will play as an attacking midfielder in there. I think I'm going to bring Watson off as well for Woodward. So we still have a winger. Cole plays it short to Kempshall, who does really well there, and he's buried that. It's a great goal. It's his first goal of the season for him, and it's a very good finish. That now should hopefully see out the rest of the game. We have one more sub we can make, and I think I'm going to give Darren Robson his debut. He'll go on as a ball-winning midfielder in place of Ledson, and that is all 5 subs. Fitzwater plays it forward to Woodward, who plays an awful ball to nobody. Easy catch there from Mannion. We just failed to defend. Launches that ball with purpose at Kitching. Plays it inside to Fitzwater. Plays a ball over the midfielder to Kempshall, who is advancing with it now. Cuts inside to Burns. Takes a couple of heavy touches. Hits a shot straight at the goalkeeper. Yeah, I think we could maybe struggle next season to get proper quality in that right-hand side. So maybe some of what we've done this year, we've bought a prospect who's good enough for the league in Woodward. And maybe another loan in there to keep us going on the right-hand side. But we'll need to see what happens in the summer next year. Oh, Fitzwater's not even watching. The ball bounces off them. They're breaking now. They've hit the post. We are very lucky again not to concede. Woodward advancing now. He might be playing as a winger, but we know he will cut inside because I told him to. But he's also very good at it on his natural right foot. And he won as a free kick there. They have a free kick though. Hits off the wall. It's a corner. 5 minutes time left. Probably a couple of minutes added time. But we should, in theory, be okay. Especially if they're going to head the ball over the top like that. McCarthy. To Burns. To McCarthy. To Robinson. To Burns, to Woodward, who I thought that was a foul there, but it's not. Not been given as one anyway. Catch him with no, it's a good enough tackle, but nobody was able to pick it up. McCarthy just reads that well, stands his ground, then is first to the interception. Poor kick out though from Mannion. Just counting down the seconds here, really. McCarthy gets in front of that again. I keep on saying he's not the quickest, but you actually see it more in the attacking sense than defending. When it comes to defending, it must be his reading of the game. Jesus Christ, that's right off the bar. His reading of the game seems good enough that the pace doesn't matter. He can get himself, his body in front of their player, stop them getting in front of him, and gets to the ball first. Smart defending. There was 5 minutes added time, but we're now in 5.5 minutes here. I imagine this will be the last thing that happens in the game. Kempshall attacking, floats ball into the middle of the box. It's been caught by Rodak, and the ref blows a whistle. It's another win for us this season. Another 3 points on the road. Nobody gave us a chance, really? Okay. Interesting. But with that, that's 16 points out of a possible 21. That's not bad. That's actually not a bad start to the season. Robinson makes his debut. You're disappointed. Blah, 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 blah. Let's have a look at the schedule then. Just week to week to week at the moment. Next game's at home to Peterborough. Then we're away to Barnsley, home to Stevenage. Let's come back on Tuesday the 3rd of October. We're at home to Brighton under 21s in the Cup. And then on the Saturday, we're also at home to Charlton. I think that's a good shout. So let's go for that. If you liked the video, please do leave a thumbs up. It does help us in the algorithms massively. And I will hopefully see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.